All right guys, so this week we have a really cool, something different to show you that's not a ball python. A couple months ago, I think it was middle of April, I know because we just lost Chase and we got in these bowline pythons. They're absolutely incredible. We got it from Kevin McCurley at Nerd. And these are captive bred, they're kind of a dream snake for me, just because they have incredible personalities. And of course, as you guys may know, they grow up into these really insane black, like zebra striped, incredible snakes. So I want to show you them and tell you a little bit about the process we've gone through them, because they've been really a little bit of a challenge, but a really fun challenge. So let's check them out. All right guys, so we have them in these really simple setups right now. And we have these big cages ready for them. Actually, we're setting them up, really fancy cages. But initially, when we got them in, they had the challenge of they are currently still eating rodents that were scented with quail. And so when you have an animal that you're working with a feeding challenge on, or a situation where you want to make sure their conditions are just dialed in and that they're able to make the transition well, sometimes simple is better. So Kevin recommended we use these like shoebox tubs, and they've done super well in them. So one of my favorite things about these guys is they're so inquisitive, okay? A lot of times snakes in general will kind of react to you. They just react based on instinct, fear. They have really seemingly very simple range of emotions, right? They're either afraid or they're comfortable. They jerk when you touch them, but these things are absolutely incredible in the sense that they seem to always be thinking. They always seem to be kind of checking you out, taking in the moment, figuring out what's going on. And so at least they seem like they're hyper intelligent, and that's what's really neat about them, is you feel like you have a little bit more of a connection with them. You know, I've seen retics also have a very similar kind of personality, but they're just very super cool. So you guys might be wondering, why does this not look like the black and white snake you just showed me in the picture, Justin? That's because hatchlings here, they start out with this red kind of rusty color, and they turn black with age. And so these have already actually darkened quite a bit since I got them. They're just absolutely incredible. So I have my sister here. This is Madison. So she's here for the summer helping me with Chase being gone. And so she's gonna hold these and we're gonna take a look at them. What do you think of them so far?
They're awesome. They're really cool.
Are they cooler than ball pythons?
Yes.
Personality-wise, at least?
Personality-wise, they're really awesome.
Yeah, we don't have all the cool morphs, but they are just, oh, we're gonna get a yawn, look at that. Oh, focus, oh. Okay, well, that was wasted, but that was really cool.
That was really cool.
Super cool. Now these are very long, thin-bodied pythons. They're not the real thick body like the bloods or the ball pythons. They will, when they get as thick as an adult ball python, they will be 3 times as long. And that's really cool though. So I have these super simple setups right now. Decked to hide in paper towels. And this is the boy. The other one out was the girl. He's already darker than her. Really cool. And we have a little bit of sphagnum moss here in a deli where they can get in there, and sometimes they'll sit in there and just kind of enjoy. Plus, that adds a lot of humidity, which, you know, they're coming from Papua New Guinea in the mountaintops, and they like that humidity. A little water bowl. Just to get a good simple, and you know, so the reason why we did this and the reason why they were a challenge at first was because initially we had to scent their rodents with quail to better match their natural food source. Okay, so because they eat birds in the wild and because they're not used to our rodents, we had to start them out with, we'd get a dead rodent and we'd actually rub it on a dead quail so that it smelled like a quail. And so the first 4 meals these animals took was that way, was via the quail method. And they did just great, like just little champs at it. It's really amazing how, you know, I tried a fuzzy mouse in there or a mouse in there, and they would come up and they look at it and smell it, observe it, like they observe everything, but then no way, they were not going for that. But then when you rub it on the quail and put it in there, and they're like, oh yeah, they're all over that. So it's really, really cool just to see that recognition in them. The cool thing is, after their 4th meal using the quail, they have both now taken rodents without scenting at all. So they've made that transition where they understand kind of the process, knowing what the sequence of events was. And so then when you introduce a rodent that's not scented and all other aspects of the environment are the same, they're able to mentally transition, change in the situation, and still eat the rodent for you, which is really cool.
All right, guys, so we're now we're leaving our appointments for the day. It's been a long day. We started this at 6 a.m. and it's 2:30 now, and it's been kind of a draining day, but it's been a positive day. So they've made my mask for my radiation therapy, and it's pretty tough looking. I get to paint it afterwards, so maybe I should paint it like the Batman mask. I don't know. We'll see. But then talking with my chemo oncologist today, amazing man, and he was a huge, real positive kind of influence, and we're coming out of this with an even stronger, ready for the fight, and very positive man. We're ready for the tough parts ahead. We're gonna hit it, and then we're gonna get back to snakes. I just appreciate everybody, and I know my parents do as well. Thank you, guys.
All right, guys, man, it's awesome to catch up with Chase. He's doing so well. We really appreciate all you guys' support. We did a really cool podcast with Snakes and the Fat Man this week. I'll put the link below. You go check that out and get the full update on Chase. In the meantime, we're kind of rolling ahead. We have some really awesome females laying recently, some really awesome babies hatching. But this week we had a spot-nosed hypo desert ghost female lay, and it's really cool to see her lay because she's pretty much the prettiest girl we have. Anything desert ghost is amazing. Hypo's even cooler. She's bred to a desert ghost clown. So we'll get some desert ghost, double head, hypo clowns. Really cool, and some spot noses in there too, hopefully. We got a red striped leopard head clown female laid this week. So can we see some super red striped clowns maybe? That'll be really, really interesting. Really excited about it. But before we end this video, before we fall behind even further on the cool stuff that's been hatching, I gotta show you guys some of this really neat stuff. Let's go check it out. So there's 2 babies I want to show you now that they've shed. We showed them pre-shed on Instagram, but this is the first Suma Pied of 2019, and it is another girl. So if you guys haven't checked out the story yet of the Suma Pied, it took me 56 eggs to make the first one, but since then I've managed to hit one on basically every try. So it just shows if you stick in there a while, the odds will even up. The odds don't play favorites. They will even up for you eventually. But this ended up being another girl, so now we have a total of, let's see, one male and 3 females. So she's absolutely gorgeous. I love this pattern. So the Suma Pieds, the mahogany pieds, don't seem to have any kind of pattern limitation in the pied. They will show the full amount a pattern no matter what, which means it's completely random, just like any other pied, which is cool because you can add other genes in there and you know that it's not going to become a completely white snake on you. But check out that. So it has some kind of chocolate saddle areas, but then it has a couple of really pure black blotches as well. Really cool to see. So the other one is this one, is the Wookie. This is my only Wookie clutch for the year, I believe. I might get one more, but this was a Wookie het clown clutch, and we got the Pompeii in there. So this is a black pastel I'm just gonna tell you what I think it is. This is Black Pastel Wookie Spot Nose Yellow Belly Het Clown. And I think it shows in a lot of ways how much potential the Wookie project has. It has a lot of depth and kind of color to this amazing animal. And the spot nose really brings out this pattern, this crazy pattern. Spot nose is so useful in so many of these combos because it really enhances the pattern that might be washed out or lost by some of these other stacked morphs. But check this out. It's like a gold. That's so cool. And it's got a really cool ringer. The Pompeii has a ringer in it, and it's been throwing a lot of ringers. So I don't know exactly if it's just a ringer situation or if there's potential het pied involved or what, but loving this animal.